Hey guys, welcome back to the Investment Deal, the home of investment properties in Dubai and beyond. And today we are taking the Beyond literally with Beyond's new launch, the first launch of a project under their name. This is Saria. Beyond is not a newcomer to the market. They are an offshoot of the ultra successful Omniat, which has been catering to ultra luxury super prime projects in Dubai for the past 20 years. Beyond seeks to go beyond that, and they are catering a segment below in what we call prime or luxury, consumer luxury. And Saria is a hell of an entrance. We are in a greenfield community called Dubai Maritime City. This is one of the last opportunities to invest in prime waterfront Dubai property. Without further ado, let's talk about Saria. Prime waterfront location with incredible downtown and water views, starting at the ground floor and spanning all the way up to the 38. We have got 372 units, starting with 1 beds, going all the way up to a limited number of 4 beds on the top floors of this building over here. And let's just walk you through the experience of what it's like to live at Saria. So we are at the start of Maritime City, which is essentially a peninsula, and you drive in through this boulevard, and we're quite right at the start of the community, and you go in, and you would notice that on most buildings you would have the entrance at the front, but because we want to enhance the resort feel of the building, you're actually going to drive around, and you are going to enter through the seaside. Now, over here, this is a public promenade, but let's say that you park your car in one of the 4 podium levels, or you get dropped off here into the lobby area. What are we looking at? You are looking at pristine water views. And then in terms of amenities, you go in, you've got a beautiful lobby with 2 retail spaces on the ground floor. There will most likely be restaurants. And then in terms of amenities, you have got a 3,000 square foot gym over here on this floor with a sauna space. And then you go up here and you have got an infinity pool with sunset views, indoor infinity pool. You've got a sky garden on the rooftop. And then moving back over here, you have an outdoor garden lounge area with a massive outdoor pool as well. So that if you have a swimming pool that catches the sunrise and you have a swimming pool that catches the sunset. Now, let's talk about the homes and the possible layouts. To see this put into practice, we've got this light up switchboard over here. And if I want to show you where the 1 bedrooms are, you will see that on the back side, they will cover this middle portion over here, but that you have also got 1 beds off the side. And then there is a select number of 1 beds that have the full sea view. I would say that if you want differentiation and you want scarcity, but you don't want a very high ticket, you want to look for a 2 bed or 3 beds, these are an excellent option because they are more affordable and you really don't have that very many of them. Going into the 2 beds, you have got, once again, your duplexes over here, and then you've got a corner 2 beds. And what's nice is that even though these are simplex, they have the added benefit of being on a corner, so you get a more open view, and with that, more brightness. And you see that they go all the way up to close to the highest floors, and then at the cutoff, you've got your penthouses. These are a very similar layout. They will also cover the corners, but of course, the front corners will be a little bit more desirable and expensive. Going into the 3 beds, and again, this is the reason why I love 3 beds, because you never get very many of them in the building, and usually they are reserved the best locations. You have got your duplex 3 beds down here, and then the 3 beds will be mostly, again, over the middle, fully frontal, and then with a very small number on the sides here in the middle, and then on the corner further up here. Finally, to show you the 4-bedroom penthouses, you see that these are extremely select. You've got only 2 floors, the 2 top floors, and these will have a 360 view from front to back, and they will be absolutely incredible. If you're still watching us, this is probably a good time to download the brochure where you can find out more detailed information in written format about the project, the floor plans, the sizes, and the prices. And then once you go through that, you are more than welcome to reach out to us at the Investment Deal Dubai. So I just want to talk a little bit about the vision for Maritime City because it's so important as an investor that you understand how your community is going to develop around the building in the years down the line. So Maritime City is some of the closest waterfront to key areas like downtown Dubai, and it's one of the last undeveloped opportunities to buy property. Now, what is really special about Maritime City is not just its location, and don't get me wrong, that is so important. It's an amazing location, but it's also who has the majority control to steer the development of the community. Now, here in Maritime City, you got a few developers, but it's overwhelmingly Omniat. They own around 80% of the plots. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, Omniat is one of the leading names in luxury in Dubai. And the fact that they now have a sister company called Beyond, which is doing the Saria launch and doing the luxury segment below super prime, which is what Omniat does, they have the scale to deliver a full-size, what is de facto a master Omniat community. And if you have been to an Omniat building in Dubai, like Opus Tower, like Lana in Business Bay, like the one in Palm Jumeirah, then you will understand the standard of quality that Omniat operates at, and understand that even though Beyond is operating at a more affordable price point, the standards are still going to be extremely high. We're talking about Rolls-Royce and Mercedes-Benz. We're not talking about Rolls-Royce and Ford Focus. Now, talking about the location of the building itself, you can see here exemplified what I was mentioning. You will see that you have a bigger opening compared to the buildings next to it because it is closer to the water. Over here, we have the stretch of road that leads back into the mainland. And here we have Mina Rashid, which is an Emaar master community. And if there's one thing we learn as investors is that it's great to have Emaar as a neighbor because they draw in a lot of investor demand and interest. And then over here, we have the Queen Elizabeth II, which is permanently docked and just functions as a hotel and restaurant and event center now. There's a lot of exciting things projected for Maritime City, and it continues well into this side. You're going to have Dorchester Collection, which is the partner for Omniat's ultra luxury buildings. You're going to have some of those. You're going to have incredible amenities like the community beach, and you're going to have a lot of mixed retail, restaurants, nightlife. Essentially, I think this is going to be a sort of Emaar beachfront or JBR for this part of the city, and being so much closer to key areas like downtown than, JBR or Emaar beachfront. I think a few years down the line, this has the potential to become one of the key spots. Saria is only one of many projects launching in Maritime City. So whether you are interested in knowing more about Saria specifically or more about waterfront development and Maritime Cities development, we want you to reach out at the Investment Deal. We are high-end and waterfront property experts, and we love to do right by our customers. Just fill out the inquiry form below, and we will reach out to you directly. Again, my name is Salvador, and thank you so much for watching Investment Deal Dubai.